You've had a year that would test a lot of people. Illness in the family. A breakup. This spasm of publicity about what happened from Mexico to London.
It was pretty rough, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Ah, weird. Hello. Oh my goodness, hello. Ew, strong Britney. Yeah, it was a weird time. Ew, I'm embarrassed. Can we stop this?
As Britney Spears is finally able to use her voice again and speak her mind, she's weighing in on that infamous 2003 interview with Diane Sawyer that people have recently said that Diane needs to apologize for. So Britney wrote on Instagram, "Do we dare forget the Diane Sawyer interview in my apartment almost 20 years ago? What was with the 'you're in the wrong' approach? Geez, and making me cry? Seriously though, I lived in my apartment for a year and never spoke to anyone. My manager put that woman in my home and made me talk to her on national television, and she asked me if I had a shopping problem. When did I have a problem with shopping? When I never left my apartment."
You read the stories about buying $100,000 of sportswear.
No, I'm not like that at all. No.
Is it an addiction?
Is it an addiction? No, I don't think I think it's an addiction. I think it does put me, like, it makes me happy. You know, I'll go and I'll buy a hat and I'll buy some shoes and, you know, you feel pretty, you feel girly. I love that feeling. So, but no, it's not an addiction. Everything's so, no.
And then Britney does get into the circumstances of that interview that her father forced her to do just days after her breakup with Justin Timberlake. So Britney writes, "Something I never shared when I had that big breakup years ago was that I couldn't talk afterwards. I never spoke to anyone for a long time. I was in shock. Pretty lame of my dad and 3 men to show up at my door when I could hardly speak. 2 days later, they put Diane Sawyer in my living room. They forced me to talk. I was a baby. I was almost 22 and didn't understand, but I beep, now know. Beep."
I have to ask a couple of things about Justin.
Okay, of course.
He has gone on television and pretty much said, you broke his heart. You did something that caused him so much pain, so much suffering. What did you do?
I was upset. I was upset for a while. I think we're both really young, and it was kind of waiting to happen. And I will always love him. He'll always have a special place in my heart. He is such a great person.
But you said, I've only slept with one person in my whole life, 2 years into my relationship with Justin. And yet he's left the impression that you weren't faithful, that you betrayed the relationship.
I think everyone has a side to their story, and to make them feel a certain way, and make them feel, you know, and I'm not technically saying he's wrong, but I'm not technically saying he's right either. So, oh, this feels really awkward.
She said, "A woman or a girl? I would like to say now, ma'am, I'm a Catholic slut. You want to join me at a mass and I can serve your husband my certificate on shopping for anonymous players? I should spend $1,000 if I want every day of my life, and she can kiss my white beep."
I know that if I was in a relationship and something happened, I couldn't really go there. But it's all good. Let's talk about something else.
The call he made about Crimea River, what lesson do you learn from that?
I guess to really look out for yourself.
It's so interesting to hear Britney say, you know, you got to look out for yourself back in 2003. Because that's what she's doing now, and she's speaking her mind. And I love when she's doing these posts. I know we talked about the Christina Aguilera one. I thought what Britney said was on point, but I just thought it was the wrong circumstance to say it. But no, it's amazing that she's calling her Diane Sawyer. That interview is really uncomfortable to watch now. Like, just to watch Diane Sawyer just keep prodding and going at the whole breakup with Justin Timberlake, and to learn that it was only days after the breakup and her father forced her to do it. It just tells you where Jamie Spears' mind was, right? He can make money off the breakup, right? That was his idea. It wasn't about his daughter's in pain right now and she needs some time. No, he wanted to make money off this. He wanted to get some press off this. And that is just crazy to think that a father would sacrifice his daughter's well-being and emotional state in order to make some money and get some press. It's so disgusting. Jamie Spears is just scum of the earth. But yeah, I love Britney calling out Diane, and I can't believe that Diane has still said nothing over the past several months. When this interview first came to light again and people were calling out Diane, she still said nothing. So that's really disappointing at Diane, because I still have respect for Diane Sawyer as a reporter and an interviewer, but yeah, staying silent on this is not great. So I love Britney calling her out. But yeah, what do you think about Britney's post about Diane?